What's going on, guys? Welcome back to No Impulse Control. I am Justin. Oh no,
Well, you can't hear me if I mute my mic. I definitely
I can
pointed
hear
and then
you.
you started. On here.
Oh,
Hi guys, I'm Jasmine.
I'm Justin, and we have a third person. It's a mess. My camera's crooked. Who are
Camera
you?
is crooked. Oh no. Oh no, she's frozen. Oh, we're back.
Oh, I'm not frozen. Am
You
I
are on
back?
my screen.
It's a miss.
It's the end of the school year, guys. It's real tiring. This
No
is our
impulse
third
Hey.
control.
No Impulse Control. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, my name is Kay. Nice to meet you.
Yes. Welcome, Kay. She is one of the chipmunks, one of the council that we've got going.
One
Um,
of the many people that we talk about often about.
may have heard her once or twice.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I think okay, everything is going. We are recording. That was the most important part.
That's a good thing.
I've got topics. I've got things.
I have one really big thing that's been driving me up a wall for the past week, and I haven't brought it up to anybody. So I hate, and I will stand on like all 10 toes on business with this. I hate any graduation that is not your senior year. I hate it. Bugs me so
Damn.
much.
So my niece just graduated last night, everyone. Cheer for my niece. She just
No,
graduated
I'm
8th
so
grade.
proud of them. I love it. Yay. But why? Like,
Yeah.
unless they're going from like building to building or like, one of those things, then fine. But
Well,
also don't call it a graduation. Like,
yeah, I mean it could be a ceremony. Like 8th
yeah,
grade ceremony.
ceremony, promotion.
Hmm.
Promotion's
I
weird.
just,
Don't call it a
oh,
promotion. You're
we
not
called
getting
it promotion.
but you're not getting promoted. You're
Yeah, you
just
are.
you're just going to the next grade. I mean, theoretically you're going from 5th grade to 6th grade as a promotion. From 8th to ninth is just going to the next grade.
I guess, but I don't know. I that bugs me so much when people are like, "I'm going to my son's 5th grade
Oh,
graduation."
that's
And
too
I'm like,
much.
"Oh, cool. Are they going to like a different building, like middle school start something?" Like and they're like, "No, they're just getting through 6th grade." And I'm like, "Cool. Like good job."
Did you know they have pre-K and kindergarten graduations now too, Justin?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, I do. I do.
And I feel like if it wasn't the whole cap and gown thing too, because I know a lot of places do that. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, celebrating, yes, love, here
Mm-hmm.
for it. But with the whole like
Uh,
mm,
kindergartners in caps and gowns. Now, the only thing that I do like is I have seen some kindergarten classes that do a graduation and they put them in, like, especially small town ones that I've seen, they put them in
Yeah.
their cap and gown that they would wear as a senior. And so they're in
oh
these like
cute.
gigantic little, and it's just for the processional and it's adorable. But it's literally just like a 5 minute like award ceremony. It's an award
Mhm.
ceremony is what a graduation is. Anyway, um but like high school is like I don't know. I'm
It's a
yeah.
big deal. Like to me, like graduating senior year after all 12 years of school, potentially 13,
Mhm.
like
It's a big deal.
that's a big deal. So
Mhm.
that should be a graduation. That
Yeah.
should be like all the flowers and
Mhm.
all that stuff. Like, but to me, that's like the thing. It shouldn't be when you get through 8th grade that you get to do like a whole graduation and like do an award ceremony. Families come, everybody comes, you all sit in your spots. Hey, congrats, shake your hand, move you on. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just
So
like a
according
grump
to
about it,
Reddit,
but
no. 8th grade graduation started because 60 plus years ago many students didn't go into high school. 8th grade was the end of their formal education. So
Mm.
they graduated. Now nearly all states require students to attend school until they're 16 or older. 8th grade graduations no longer make sense. So it used to be a really big thing, like across the
Mhm.
whatever, because kids weren't going on. They were
right.
going to work in a factory of some sort. Um, but now it's come back. It's almost more of one of the milestone things that's like a social media like money grab kind of thing, because I gotta tell you,
Mhm.
we just went to my niece's last night and it was beautiful and I'm very proud of her and she did great. But they had like prom dresses and like we all had to get dressed up and go. Well, I got another thing to bring up about that, um like they all had to get like all dressed up and hair and makeup and suits and all the things, and they're going on a cruise, and like it's a whole thing. Oh yeah, so Saturday, my niece, my eighth grade niece going into high school, they raised $40,000 in fundraising.
Oh my god.
Justin, you'll know what this means. They're in Eastport.
Not a big money spending place. A lot of
No,
broke people there.
they're like small town Maine, and they raised $40,000, which is insane, and it's amazing, and I'm so proud of them, and also like, huh, you know,
Can I get some of that money or?
right?
Yeah, for
That's what I
real.
was saying. So they're all getting, because of this, like they were able to book a week-long cruise. They're going from Boston to like Halifax and then down to Bermuda, maybe, or the Bahamas. I'm not sure. It's one of the B ones.
For
And they're
8th grade?
yeah.
What are they gonna do their senior year?
Well, if they go to WA, which is where I went, they will go to the trampoline park, and then they'll go to Kobe, and then the YMCA.
That's
So,
insane.
isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? And like I was talking to some people, and they were like, "Oh yeah, for our eighth grade, like eighth graders, there's like a common like theme, especially on the East Coast for some reason. But eighth grade generally goes to, for a lot of people, to Washington D.C. It's like a capstone project.
Mhm.
They do Washington D.C. because eighth grade, especially over here on the East Coast, is where you do a lot of like civics and government. So it's like you go as an educational trip. But on a cruise, you know where I went for my eighth grade trip? I went to Maine because I was
I went
moving.
back home. I went back home and played video games. Like,
Did you have a graduation, Justin?
so I had 8th grade promotional, which
Mm-hmm.
was just like you did the walk, you
Mm-hmm.
get your diploma, which was just a certificate in a folder,
Mm-hmm.
and then you left. Like they had a
Mm-hmm.
song to it. Like it was modeled after a graduation, but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a graduation. And anytime a student said it was a graduation, it was very clearly stated no, do not call it a graduation.
Right.
Mm.
But they also didn't make a big deal out of it. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't do roses. We didn't do all the things that you would do at
Mm-hmm.
graduation because, to my school at least, that's for the big thing. It's not for,
Mhm.
and we were leaving the building. We were going from one building to the other. So it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Kay, what's your experience with under senior year graduations?
Yeah, see, as you guys were talking, I was trying to think what we did a huge assembly when I did, for example, from like
Or no.
um
There you are.
there. Okay, am I good?
Yeah.
Sorry, lots of planes flying over. That's probably why. But is it happening again?
Nope.
No,
You're
you're
good.
good. You're
No,
good.
you're good.
No,
I'm just
okay.
listening
Go
intensely.
quick.
But yeah, so
Go quick. Go quick.
we did like an assembly where the grades kindergarten through fourth grade prepared like a song
Mm-hmm.
to perform to the fifth graders
Adorable.
as kind of like a goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we would do something like as back, and that was it. We didn't do any walking, we didn't do any
Mm-hmm.
certificates or anything like that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. They did awards last night. One of the things, and it was very sweet, and I'm glad I was there for it, but they did a processional, like at graduation where you walk in through the like, an arch or like through the doors or whatever.
Hmm.
They
That
did
whole
not
thing.
they did a pop song, but yeah,
Yeah.
they walked in. There were 22 of them, so like it took a minute, but they walked in, they stood under the arch for a second, they announced their name, and then they walked, and then they got flowers that they brought to their people. That, by the way, took less than 3 minutes. I was really expecting that to go for forever. Um, they didn't sit down. Like we all sat down and then we stood back up because they stood back up, and they grabbed their flowers and then booked it. And they
Mm.
all went dispersed into the crowd, and they gave their people their things and then went and sat down. And so we all sat down, and then we stood back up for the prayer, and then we stood. So it was on the reservation. So
Oh, okay.
native Passamaquoddy. So we do like there was like a whole prayer section and
Mhm.
I was gonna say that you said prayer, and I was like, hey, church and state, but that makes
yeah,
sense.
this is more like this was prayer, but it was a blessing to the water and a blessing to them as they like traveled through. But it was God, how did she phrase it? It was a blessing as a traditional Passamaquoddy like sort of song and prayer, where they blessed the water that helped them grow in their first few months of like conception stuff. So the water in their mom's bellies. Um, and like that was the first waters that protected them and
Mm.
kept them safe and blah blah blah. Like it was a very, very beautiful song, and she did a great job. The woman singing that I definitely know her name and didn't forget. Did a beautiful job of
Totally.
like presenting it, and they had a little presentation, and then awards, and then they had the academic awards, and then they gave out the awards, three separate, by the way, awards, and also scholarships. They all got money. Not really sure where that came from. I didn't get
For
money
eighth
when I
grade.
graduated. It was like scholarships, being like, there's a couple people who passed away recently, or were technically
Mm.
not passed away. They died. They were murdered. It was horrible. It was a whole big thing. I didn't want to get too into the details, but it's part of the um like missing Indigenous women's project, and one of the women was murdered down in um I think it was in Eastport that she lives. Her name's Kimberly Neptune. It was like a whole big thing, and her nephew won the award. Um, and it's for like she dedicated it, or the family dedicated it to like a specific thing, and so every year since that happened, a different person has won it. Anyway, long
Yeah.
story short, a lot of awards and then diplomas, and the whole thing took about 2 hours. I don't think my
I
high
was
school
waiting to see Kay's
graduation.
reaction.
I don't think my high school graduation was that long.
Mine did.
Mine was 2 hours. Yeah,
How many people did you graduate with, though?
600 and something.
Right.
Ooh.
So okay,
I had
here's my
32.
here's my theory. The smaller the school, the longer the ceremony, because they're trying to fill time, and they have
Yeah.
all of these fucking things. Whereas with big school, they're like, all right, guys, come on, let's go, come on. You're all graduating.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, you got places to be.
I could. Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry,
600's a
it's been
lot.
on my mind because it's graduation week. Like tomorrow for me is the like
Mhm.
graduation night. So it's just been like, and the eighth grade graduates tonight for me.
I
Time
hope
of
I noticed
recording,
that you're
obviously.
not there.
No, I told some of the eighth graders like, "Are you coming tonight? I can't wait to see you." And I was like, "You won't."
I can't wait to see you. Ooh.
About that.
I'll see you when you
Ugh.
graduate high school. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
like I'm not a big fan of the whole like, yeah, it's awesome. I love, your niece like going through eighth grade.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Didn't need to be a full thing, I will say.
Doesn't need to be a big
Mm-hmm.
thing. Have a
I
school assembly. Say, hey, see you later. Good luck. And move on.
Yeah. Also,
Like, move on.
it was at 5:30 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Gross.
So
Yeah,
that's where we're
gross.
at with that. Um Now, question for both of you. Speaking of this topic, if you could only get rid of one of the arbitrary graduations, so there's high school, 8th grade, 5th grade, pre-K, and like daycare, I think is one of the other ones, which I think is adorable, by the way. But if you could only get rid of one and you had to keep the rest, which would you get rid of? Which one is the most arbitrary to you?
Fifth grade.
Okay.
Daycare.
Daycare.
Mm.
I think pre-K.
See, and I'll tell you, I would keep pre-K only because, and this is a little biased to me, or because of my wife being pre-K,
Mhm.
but like, I think pre-K is cute because you have them doing their first full year, and then, like you said, that was weird.
Sorry, this is a squeeze water bottle you see, and something is caught and not working when I put ice in it, and so it makes a screeching noise when
Oh,
it's
yes.
decompressing. But
Yes, yes,
Kay
yes.
was going to yell at me if I told her I didn't have any water, so I'm trying to drink my water.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Good.
But yeah, like 5th grade to me is like cool. You're going to 6th grade. What's really the biggest difference here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it's more like you're celebrating learning how to color in the lines and your alphabets, which is great. Not many people can do that. High school kids can't even do that sometimes. You know what I mean?
To be fair, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I do like it because they are so cute and so adorable.
They are very
But
little.
I mean, the likelihood of them passing is a lot greater than
Yeah.
like 5th grade or any of the other ones. So, yeah.
I think
Well,
it also would depend on the like school setup.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
mm,
is your elementary school actually pre-K to 5th or
Mm-hmm.
6th?
mm-hmm,
And then what's your middle school? That kind of setup
mm-hmm.
too would factor in my mind.
See, so I did kindergarten or pre-K, kindergarten, all the stuff in Arizona, and then I did high school here. So unless something happened that I missed, which is very plausible, 8th grade for us, we didn't graduate 8th grade. We signed yearbooks, we signed t-shirts. We had an 8th grade trip, but it was not at the end of the school year. It was in March or April, I think. Um, we had like a chorus trip in the fall and then the 8th grade science trip, and it was like part of the end of science, like the big unit.
Mm.
7th grade had a trip too. Like it wasn't like separate, I guess. Or it wasn't like a for 8th graders kind of thing. It was just part of our curriculum. Um, but we didn't have an 8th grade graduation. I didn't graduate 5th grade. I didn't graduate 6th grade. I don't even, if I'm being honest, remember being at the last day of 6th grade. I may have been absent that day because we usually went to
Mm-hmm.
Nova Scotia. Um, but 8th grade, we had like our 8th grade dance the week before the last day of school. And it was a bunch of sweaty 8th graders in the gym at 3 p.m. with the lights blacked out. They put cardboard on the windows so that it was a blacked out gym. They moved the tables sort of to the side to make a dance floor, and they hired some sweaty high schooler to play us music. That was great. They were Capri Suns. I do remember the Capri Suns being there. Um, and you had to let the school know if you were getting picked up by parents at 4:30 when the dance ended, if you were biking home, or if you were taking the bus home.
I respect that hour and a half dance,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
Hour and a
Yeah.
half is really a sweet spot. High school dances went on for way too long, I fear. Um,
Yeah.
but like,
Too much time for drama.
but when my sister graduated 8th grade, so this is my sophomore year of high school, she graduated, and I was like, "What doth thou mean? What do you mean you're graduating 8th grade? You're just coming to WA. You're not graduating anything." But she had to have a prom dress, and she got her hair done and her makeup done, and like they had a limo and they like did things. Good lord,
A
I think they
limo.
yeah, they got a limo for all the kids. There were only like 8 kids that graduated. Connor's whole class went to Boston. Like I know people whose 8th grade they went to like another country. It's insane. I yeah. Although I will say, no one down in Portland knows about this 8th grade graduation thing. They were like, "What do you mean she's
I
graduating
think
eighth
it's a
grade?"
small school thing. Like, I think that's what it is.
Mm.
I think that
Yeah,
it's got to be, right? Like, I'm not a small school. I don't teach at a small school. I didn't go to a small school. So like I don't fully know, but like
you went to a small school, Justin.
I rephrase, I went to a small school. I don't teach at a
I was
small
like,
school or at a
Justin,
big school.
yes, okay. I was like, Justin, you teach at a rural small school. You went to multiple small schools. You lived in a small area. What do you mean? I know it's probably big for
I
the county,
it's
but
high.
like, So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, yeah. Okay. On the same vein, field days. Thoughts of those?
I love field day. I think
Yeah.
field day's
Field
But
the
days are so much
best.
fun.
what'd you say, Kay?
I said field days are so much fun.
Yeah,
Okay, great. Love that. Field days for high schoolers.
so fun.
Yeah.
Why not?
Really?
Why not?
I just feel like that's like why?
Okay.
Like
So for our school, we implemented, this is only really like for freshmen, but
Mhm.
every academy has their own different thing. But we did a mental health,
I love
actually,
that.
or a wellness day is what we call it. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's always in May. And we have the kids decide whether they want to. They sign up for sessions, so they could
Mhm.
be outside playing games and whatever with certain teachers, or they could stay inside. And each classroom
Arnor, the planes.
The
was like a
planes.
no,
The planes.
the blades.
You guys want to know what's
Let me know
crazy?
when it's gone.
You're good.
You're
You're
back.
good.
You're back.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Everyone wants to come to Hawaii, especially because it's summer.
Yeah.
So, lots of planes right now. Lots of planes.
Yeah, guys, get it together. We're trying to record.
Come on. And there she goes again.
You know what's crazy is I was watching these guys play Phasmophobia before we started this, and I saw no issues or I didn't hear any
No
issues.
issues.
And then the second I hit record, her thing was like, "No, that's too much."
You can't record me. Okay, welcome
So-
back, Kay.
So some kids could be
Thanks.
indoors, some kids could be outdoors.
Yes. Some kids could be indoors and some kids could be outdoors. And honestly,
Stop,
usually
I'm
do
done.
Oh, this is great. I think you're
Okay,
good.
you're good.
okay. And we usually isn't doing it again.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
And we usually do it before our last finals week.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we started doing that because I had lost a student.
Mhm.
So we implemented that because we
Mhm.
realized how stressed out the kids were.
Yeah.
And so that's just like our way for us to like have fun. Even though the kids complain, they're gonna complain.
Yeah. See, my
But that's
problem
why
with
we
it
do it.
is, like you
Mhm.
said, like
I like
I
that idea.
love that element of like it's for wellness and
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. I think that's perfect. I think the way that my experiences have gone, it's
Mhm.
been very like it's games. Let's go have fun, and like it's not really like a reason behind it. It's just
Mhm.
to basically get the kids to play games. Like to me,
Wow.
that's just like you know, no kid wants to go outside and on a hot day in Maine and
Well,
play I don't know
what
kickball
games
with
do you
seventh
have?
graders. It's all like
See,
it's
you
no.
shouldn't
So that's the thing. Is it's
combine them. That's weird.
that's well we have to involve the middle school. Student council
Mm.
was told very
That's
clearly if we
fine.
don't involve them, then we're not
Middle school
allowed.
can have like okay, so we do all four all four groups. We do primary, intermediate, middle school, and high school. All do field day on the same day at my school. Middle school and intermediate this year went out together for the first like we went out like 8:45 to 9 to 10:15ish, and then we came inside and primary and high school went together, and we stayed in separate parts, and it was still so fun. Obviously a lot less students, but like we structured it so that there were things going on at all times. So
Yeah.
like the high schoolers had a dunk tank, and the primary kids got to go watch and help out with that. We had kickball going on in the field, and then we stopped kickball and we turned it into wiffle ball because the kids wanted to do wiffle ball. We had a chalk mural, we had cornhole, we had can jam, we had a DJ with music and popcorn and cotton candy. Like we had a whole bunch of stuff going, a bounce castle. We had all these things. But out of all of those groups, I think our high schoolers had the most fun because they could
Mhm.
just be kids for the day. There weren't really expectations. Then the full morning was set up like they had breakfast like normal, and then a lady came around with tattoos, and they got fake tattoos, and then somebody else brought them cotton candy. Like they just got a chance to be kids again, and
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
doing schoolwork.
And I think like I said, I think it was just it's the way that it's been structured. Like this
Yeah.
year we did one for middle school, but
Mhm.
and Jasmine, I know you know this, but my town is very traditional. Like they
Yeah.
are like the tradition is this way, this is the way we have to do it.
Yeah.
Which is not the truth. You can change. It's okay.
Mm.
But they don't like that.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm like but we did a middle school one
Mhm.
this week on
Mhm.
Wednesday, which went great. Middle school
Yeah.
loved it. They had so much fun. They played with each other, mixed in the 5th and 6th grade, like which they're in a different
Yeah.
building than us, so we had them come up and like, it was a great thing. But then you have high schoolers who are like, "When are we doing field day?" And we're like, we're not. Like, we're not doing one for the high school this year because of the attitude that we got, which was a lot of like, oh, I hate this team, I hate that, I hate doing
Mhm.
this, da 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 da. Which, like you said, Kay, kids are gonna complain. Makes sense.
Mhm.
But then you also had the teachers who were also not really involved, which really
And
sucked
that
because
Yeah.
sucks.
then you're
Yeah.
like, so I don't know. It's really difficult sometimes to
Yeah.
finagle that, but
I was gonna say that's one
I
of the
think
better things that. Oh, sorry. You go.
I was just gonna say I think that it maybe instead of a no field day, maybe it's a change it up, maybe adjust the
Do
way that
something
it's done.
different. Yeah. I mean,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
God, put in a water slide.
Yeah, the kids would be crazy about that.
Right, but like if you put it in and you have expectations and rules and consequences and they're followed,
Yeah.
it can
No,
be
I'm saying
like
like kids would love it. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
like and even like traditional field day games, like a wiffle ball game is so fun
Oh,
for high schoolers. Kickball, yeah, field day. Um Kickball is really fun.
book.
Book. Um you can have, like the water balloon thing where you try and toss it and you slowly get further and further apart, and then
Yeah,
that's what like they did field day when I was there student teaching, and it was a blast.
right. I think another thing too. Sorry, Kay, did I just cut you off?
I think she was
Okay.
chuckling about book potentially.
Ah, well, fair. So I think another thing too, and this is from my high school experiences, we never had field day. We had
Mm.
winter carnival,
Yeah, well,
and we
Mm.
like, but
yeah.
then here where I currently am, we have winter carnival. Then we have, or well, we have homecoming, which
Mhm.
then involves games. We have winter carnival, which also involves games,
Mhm.
and we have or had field day, which
Mhm.
also involved games, which then put a lot of stress on the two teachers of student council,
Mhm.
myself and my co-student council leader, and it was just a lot of just us planning it, and it was too
Mhm.
much for us to do. So then
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think honestly dropping one of those or potentially just focusing on those two, like that would
Mhm.
be fine to me.
Yeah.
But I just you know, you can't win, you lose both ways basically.
Mhm. I
Mm-hmm.
do get why the high schoolers would be upset though if it's like, well, the
Oh,
middle
for
schools,
sure.
like, because the other option was you have to do it with middle schoolers or you don't do it at all, and that
Yeah,
sucks.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like you
and
either
they
have
don't
to,
like that, they hate it.
yeah, well, that I kind of get it. Like I feel the same. You don't have to deafen us. You can just.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That was
my
rude.
bad, I didn't mean to.
uh,
I will see myself
um,
out.
Speaking of field day, wow, we're really like the tangents today are just chef's kiss. So brings me to I had this question as part of, it was one of my rating things that I did with the kids, that is essentially like, how do you know when summer is here, or how do you know when summer is over? Like it was one of the books we were reading, one of the characters had like a thing where it was like um it was their, I know that summer is over because blah blah blah, or I know school is over because blah blah blah, and it was, anyway. It got brought up with my kids, and I had a really good conversation with them of like, how do y'all know when summer is here? And a couple of them who are so literal said, well, school's out. Like the day school ends is the first day of summer, and I was like, well, hold on now, because technically speaking, it's June 21st. So like it was a big conversation. But some kids were like, oh, I know that summer's here because my mom's car gets really hot inside, or I know that summer
Mm.
is here because I start craving popsicles, like all those things. How do you guys know that summer is finally here? Not even like the distinct season, June 21st to September 21st, but like the feeling of summer, I guess.
For me currently, it's a mix of my June starts filling up. What? Oh, did it spray you?
I squeezed it too hard and it just exploded.
Nice.
Happens to the best of us. Anyway,
Yeah, well, yeah.
so June, yes, continue.
Yeah, my June starts filling up. I start planning for soccer, which
Mm-hmm.
is always an indicator of like, sweet, we're getting to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other like definitive, it's summertime is my birthday.
Mm.
Like that's when my brain's like, all right, we're good. It's
Yep.
summertime.
All right. I like it. I like it. Okay, what about you?
You know, because I don't have seasons,
Right.
It's hot all the time. So I can't really
So can't depend on the weather. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
can't
Your-
depend on the
your car is always hot. So that you okay. All right.
Yes. Um well, for me, because I am for those of you at home who don't know, I am a activities director, is I think what the mainland calls it. So I make all the events, and my one indicator that summer is here is graduation day, which
Ah,
is usually
oh no. We'll never know when it is.
Not no.
I'm
Graduation
gonna
day,
riot.
which is
Yeah. Graduation day for my school is second to the last week of May.
if
Yes,
anybody's
yes.
listening with headphones, that was whisper yelled into their ears. I'm gonna riot.
I'm gonna riot.
Gonna riot.
Oh, that's the name of the episode for sure.
Yeah, but that's when school gets out. Last week of May is when all
Mhm.
schools in Hawaii get out. So
Yeah.
that is my indication that it is May.
That makes sense. When do you guys go back, Kay? What's your like start date? I know you probably don't
Usually
want to think about
beginning of
that.
August, like
Beginning
August
of
1st or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Kind
about
of
a
similar
month
to
difference.
Jeff too. I feel like he goes back
Yeah.
he
Mm-hmm.
goes back kind of early. I remember that when I lived out in Phoenix, we ended like it was like May 18th ish, like the middle of May, and then we were out until
It's
like
gonna be May.
beginning of August.
Sorry.
But now like in Maine, we get out. So our last day is June 18th now, and we go back the last week of August. So,
Yeah.
and I have to teach summer school, so.
Our
Yeah.
official last day is typically it's like the 12th through the 10th.
Mhm.
It's in that area. But then obviously snow days and
days,
stuff
yeah.
kind of kick us back a little
Mhm.
bit. I know Kay knows a lot about that.
Yes, about her snow days, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yes.
You got hurricane days though, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you don't get like a day because like there's a bad hurricane, you're like,
Nope.
what do you do? What if there's a storm coming?
Hunker down, I
Well,
fear.
it has to be a really bad storm.
Mhm.
And where I am in the island chain, it doesn't always happen. Like this year was the only year that we had so many call out dates.
Mhm.
I think it was 3, but we don't make those back up like
Yeah.
how you guys do.
Yeah, that's a more recent thing I feel like, Justin, for even here to like be making up so many snow days at the end of the year.
I was
Did
gonna
you-
say in high school, I don't remember making up many snow days, if I'm
We-
being honest.
I think we had like a 4 allotment, but it was like, but I don't know. I remember also having snow days. Like,
Yeah. There was one
I
year, my senior year, we had 10 snow days.
yeah. Well, and it kind of sucks because like you plan, especially as teachers, right? Like you plan for the end of the school year and they tell you for us, like I don't know about you, Justin, but for my school, we get a calendar and it says like this is the last day of school. This is the last day if we have to make up snow days. And it's like, why? But also Maine has horrific literacy and math skills right now. So we're trying to keep kids in school as much as possible. And I get it, but also I want to have a June, Actually, I
Yep.
think this year our school year I think we get out later than the 18th next school year.
What also bugs me a little bit about the way Maine does things is that because they bump back for snow days,
Mm-hmm.
that adds like I do trimesters. So first
Yeah.
trimester, second trimester, third trimester is split up into 3 sections. Most of the snow days happen in second trimester.
Right, because
So
that's
you
when the
miss
snow
so many
is.
days in the second trimester because it's the middle of winter.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all put on the end of third trimester, which is already planned out because you have your amount that you need to get. And you typically don't get snow days that
So the
time.
kids that you had second trimester, you might not have third trimester, and then you're like, well, I guess I gotta make it up with these schmucks. Sorry, kids, you're not schmucks. Some of you are.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well,
Ours, we changed, so we don't do any snow days anymore. We only do remote days. So if we cancel,
I kind of like it.
so I love it because I like remote. I hated it the first 2 years I worked at my school because like I was really unorganized. But now in August when I have energy and like I care about things, I make up all the packets. And by I mean I
Mhm.
make my ed techs and I make up all the packets. We print like it's like 15 to 20 math sheets. It's 15 to 20 reading sheets. Like it's all these bullshit worksheets because we only see them from 9 until noon. Like it's a 3-hour day. Is your cat
Mm.
losing his mind?
He's like yelling.
Oh, I can't hear
It's
him.
not even. It's Tigger.
Yeah.
Well, well, I don't know that we all need to hear him
Yeah.
yell.
No.
You can't hear it, by
It's
the way. It's
around
not
dinner
making it.
time, so like that's
Well,
why.
that's why. But yeah, no, we have like I was just looking at the calendar. If we had to make up snow days, right, we would have to go until the 26th this year.
Gross.
Yeah, of June, and
Mm.
then you don't start school any later. Like it's not like you push school. You start school the same. You just have a shorter summer, which
Yep.
almost feels like punishment to the kids. I will say, but I don't remember
Mhm.
making them up in high school. I don't even remember making them. Like I don't remember Rosemary having to when she was in high school. So like, it's within the last 7 to 8 years.
I think the farthest I ever went to school because I always was worried about like going to school on my birthday because I never have and I
Right.
don't want to.
Same.
Yeah, I think I hit the 22nd one year.
Mhm.
Like we got to the 22nd. My birthday's the 24th, so I was like, no. I was in like
But you were
elementary
fine. You
school.
were
I
fine.
was
You were
like,
good. You were safe.
yeah, everything's fine. I didn't panic or anything. Yeah, I was calm,
Right.
cool, collected, like a
You don't
cucumber.
have
Totally.
anxiety.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
cool.
Sounds like you.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Not
Yeah,
anxious. Yeah.
no,
Not at all.
anxious. What's that mean?
I think the latest that we went was honestly, uh, honestly, me teaching like until the
That's it. I'm
18th.
not
I
going.
think that's it. I'm not going. No, I think the 18th.
Honestly.
I think this is the latest I've been in school. Actually, that's not true. Last year we had the 18th. The 19th was like a Thursday, and then we had to come back on the 20th after Juneteenth. So we had shut up. I'm muting him. You guys won't get to hear him. I'm so sorry. I've now muted him for the recording. Anyway, they can hear you now. Please don't bully me. I've had a
Oh my
hard day.
goodness.
So I'm moving us on to a new topic. I have so many today. I am wondering. Shut up. If
I'm
y'all
not even laughing at you. It's just honestly, it was just so good. I know it was you, but it was so good.
my ear is ringing. I yelled so loud. It's so I'm wondering. I'm gonna move my mic closer because I realized y'all on listening. I was gonna say on stream. We're not streaming this. Am I? No. Okay, we're recording. We're good.
Mine.
I had to check and make sure I didn't hit start streaming. Like I'm live on Twitch right now. No, but I was wondering if y'all have any shitty tourist stories. Now, Kay, I know being in Hawaii, you probably have no tourist stories. There's no bad tourists ever in your state. But we both at obviously very different levels because Maine and Hawaii are both very different levels of tourism. But we have a lot of tourists here. I'm sure probably like a quarter of the amount. But wondering if you guys have any that you've experienced of shitty tourists. I feel like I'm interviewing you guys. I'm so sorry. I need you to be so aware. I have these questions written down in my little notebook and I'm taking notes on them. So I do feel like I'm interviewing, unfortunately.
I mean,
yeah.
that's what our first couple of guests were, was us just asking them questions.
This is true. But yeah, no, crappy
I'll let
tourists.
Kay go first.
Yeah.
You see, there is so many. Where do I begin?
What's your funniest bad tourist? Honestly, what's your funniest bad tourist that you've experienced in whatever capacity? Like you've witnessed them on, on the street, and you're like, oh no, but they're funny. Like, do you know what I mean?
Ooh, a tourist. Good heavens.
Oh no.
To be honest,
no.
that's
Honestly.
a lot of people. Honestly, that's a lot of people.
Okay. All right.
I will say I did work in Waikiki, which is super popular for
Mhm.
tourism. That's where everyone goes. And by the way, disclaimer, if that's the only location you've been, you have not experienced Hawaii. Okay? I just want to make that clear. I'm just saying. That's all tourism. That's not
Mhm.
our culture at all. Anyways, I digress. But I was working there like and
You're good. You're good.
You're
Keep
good.
going.
You keep going.
I
Keep going. Keep going.
would when I would get off of work and it's
Mhm.
like close to midnight, people are drunk out on the street, which is
Yeah.
fine. Go have fun. I don't care. As I was locking up because I had a really long day because I had to clean up somebody's piss in our
Amazing.
changing room.
Awesome.
Yes. 5 minutes before closing, mind you. Yes. Yes.
I mean, gross, but like
Uh,
also 5 minutes before closing is just
yes.
that's a different level of asinine.
Yes. She just really had to pee. So
I
whatever.
Oh,
guess.
Anyways.
she? I was thinking it was a
Yes.
guy.
No, it was a boutique. I worked at a
Oh.
chain boutique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gee.
And when I was closing up, taking out the trash and all that kind of stuff, and I was already
At night.
irritated, this
At
at
night.
night, this drunk guy comes up to me. He's like, "Why aren't you smiling? You should be smiling. We're in Hawaii. You need to smile more." First of all, it was a man telling me to smile, ladies.
Get him.
Secondly,
Get 'em,
hell
girls.
no. I just got off. You see me closing up the shop. I just got off of work. Hell no, I ain't gonna smile.
Also, I feel like
But
it's late at night. Leave me alone.
yeah.
Don't tell me to smile. Oh, is there a cat there that you're trying to?
Come tell them. Come on. Come here.
We're about to see a cat. I feel a baby.
Tell them what you were just telling
So
me.
cute.
Tigger, what's your worst tourist story?
Yeah, want to hear.
My father holding me.
Yeah, well, oh,
Yep.
goodbye. He said I
Uh,
was not camera ready.
but it was funny because he did walk into a pole
Mm,
not too long after my interaction
yes.
with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they say karma's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in high school, I worked at a restaurant down near Eastport. Not in, but like it doesn't super matter, but it was a restaurant. It's called the New Friendly. Very good food. I actually kind of miss working there, but I was a dishwasher and I started doing more like out front things, like I would stock and I would do whatever. And there was a night that I was working and I can remember a bunch of I I want to say East Coast tourists, but like not from Maine, very clearly not from Maine, but like not New England, wherever they were from. And they were making fun of Mainers. Now, for those of you who did not hear me earlier, I'm not a native Mainer, but like at a certain point, you start to become like when you live and you're integrated, whatever, you start to become
Mm-hmm.
protective of here, right? And so I was stocking cups, I think maybe. I was stacking them and like putting them away in the tray thing. Um and one of the guys was like totally making fun of Mainers, except that he was using the I parked my car in Boston Harbor, which by the way, you
That's
cannot
not
park your
Maine.
car in Boston Harbor. That's water,
Also
homie.
not Maine. That's
Also not Maine.
Boston.
And so I'm stalking. I was like, isn't it Harvard Yard? Whatever. Like, ain't my business, you know? Maybe they're from Boston trying to be dicks to a friend, right? I don't know. Why is this wet? My water bottle is condensating. It's so hot in my house that my desk mat is now soaked. Like, if I squeezed it, it would drip. That's foul.
Mm.
Anyway, so he said that, and I'm stalking, and
Honestly.
he calls me over, and I was like, no, please. So I was like, yeah, of course. Like, what can I help you with? You know, trying to be a people pleaser and all. And he was like, do you park your car in Boston Harbor? And I just pretended that I didn't know what he was saying for a solid 5 minutes. I was like, what? What? Now, I'm like 15 at this point in time, which means that I was quite rude at this point in time. And so I just kept going until he got pissed off and he's like, I'm just asking if you park your car in Boston Harbor. And I went, no, we're in Maine. And went back in the kitchen. And I've never forgotten that man, and I probably never will. Don't know what he looks like, couldn't tell you where he's from, but I hate him.
Me
I
too.
just hate him.
Yeah.
On principle. Also,
I think
anybody that comes to Old Orchard Beach and is a shithead to the Old Orchard Beach employees who are just trying to work. You don't have to be a jerk just because you're here on vacation. Some of us aren't.
some of us live here.
Yeah. Some of us also want to go to the beach, and you and your loud ass family with your loud ass speaker. Why are you bringing a speaker to the beach?
Bring headphones. I don't want to listen to your music.
For what purpose? Do you have the JBL on the fucking stand that you're pulling out to the beach? Yes, Kay, you look like you have a
got something
question.
to say?
We all do that here.
Well, no.
It is
Listen,
very normal to blast tunes.
listen, if it's beach culture and that's what everybody on the beach is doing, sure. But I don't want to listen
Old
to
Orchard Beach is not that, though.
That's not what
like
Old Orchard Beach is
Okay.
Old
not.
B is
Yeah.
not that.
It's very
Okay.
much like East Coast, you've got a pier, like it's a certain beach culture, and there are some families who like to blast the news.
Wait, the news?
Old people.
The news. There was an old couple the last time I went who had two big ass speakers of what I can only assume is their children's. I'm sure it wasn't theirs, but I don't know. Maybe they're hip with the times, and they were blasting Fox News at full volume. Ma'am, I'm trying to enjoy the waves. Not those waves. Please turn it down. Also, headphones. Also, why is Fox News playing at my beach? Not my beach. I don't own the beach. If I did,
I was just gonna say,
I would ban the news from playing it on full blast.
fair. I was just gonna say my worst is the typical tourist traffic. That drives me so far up a wall
yes.
that I just cannot handle. Like when I'm driving down the highway and there's a mass plate in front of me and a mass plate on the
Yeah.
right side and I can't pass them because you're both driving the same friggin' speed. Get out of the way. Sorry, my mane actually came out a little bit there. Same friggin' speed, Bob. Like,
They're going that same friggin' speed, Bob. Not
there's
moving
fucking
out.
massholes over there. Sorry. Freaking massholes over there.
Nana, get him! She'll understand. It's the Mainer accent. It kind of comes
she'll
with
be
the
like,
friggin'...
yeah, no, that's fair. That's a good
fair,
one. You get a pass on
fair.
that one.
That's the only one you're gonna pass on. No, I don't understand what it is about tourism, and I hope, like, I'm assuming I'm not like this as a tourist, but maybe I am. But what happens when you go as a tourist and you've driven my hands are going, and you've driven as a tourist that you forget... I don't like the way you added the breath at the end of honestly.
Yeah, that was not on purpose.
That
I
was
was
more
holding a laugh.
sultry than I think that you wanted it to be. But what happens when you're like driving to somewhere that people just forget how to use a road? Because I've seen people in Massachusetts drive. They're not going the speed limit, but they cross over into Maine and it's all of a sudden, ooh, time to go 40 in a 70.
I also think that Maine and like this is just maybe it's not known to the West Coast, but Maine and Mass just have like a full on rivalry.
Well, that's because we were part of Mass and now we're not.
And they can't fight us for us, because they don't know the woods.
Well, they also would have to drive through New Hampshire in order to get to us, and who
Did you
wants
guys know
to
that
do
there was
that?
a battle in Maine? There was
Mm.
actually like a full on like battle in Maine,
For what?
like for Maine territory. Do
Interesting.
you want to know how many casualties there were?
2?
A singular broken leg.
Well, was it the Battle of Machias?
No, I can't remember exactly. It might have been that, but there was not much happening in it.
Well, the Battle of Machias was actually part of the Revolutionary War. I don't think that's what you're referring to. Although no one died here, we just kept going south.
It could have been that, honestly, but I'm not sure.
I don't think so. It was from July 6th to 9th. Aw, my birthday! Damn. Anyway. That was kind of well. The only other thing I had, but we're at 50 minutes. But the only other thing I had was what is the worst popular song, or like popular songs that everyone loves that you're like, ugh. And I just was wondering what you felt about that.
Anything Megan Trainor.
Dear future husband, can't stand that one.
I just hate the woman,
Oh,
and that's
Oh,
not something I say often.
why?
She, so I don't, maybe this is me overreacting, but I am allowed to, and that's what I'm gonna do.
of course, as a
When
man, you
COVID
should.
hit and all the kids had to be with their parents, she was one of those advocates that said that teachers still should be teaching, and fuck them teachers is the actual
Oh,
verbiage that came out of
that's
her
right.
mouth.
I had forgotten about her doing that.
Yeah,
Yes.
so, and I also just don't like her voice. Like, she
Mhm.
kind of annoys me. It's a little squeaky, you know? That's not my thing.
You know what song I don't like is Dance Monkey.
I don't know
Dance
that one.
Monkey. Oh, you do. Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey. No.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not a
I
fan of
worked
that
at a
one.
daycare when that one came out, and I worked in the older kids' room. I'm looking at a Reddit
Yeah.
thread of other people's things, kind of like reminding myself of like, oh yeah, I also hit that. Um, Made You Look by Megan Trainor.
Okay, do you have one off the top of your head?
Mhm.
No,
Okay.
Ooh, look
I
what
try
you
not
made
to
me do.
listen to too much popular songs because I don't
Fair.
want to ruin it if I like it.
That's fair.
Watermelon Sugar is on this list. I kind of get it.
Yeah, not a
Like
fan.
it was fine the first like 500 times I heard it, but that was all in one day, and now I'm over it. Um, Uptown Funk. I agree with. I don't like Uptown Funk that much.
So I like
Well,
Uptown
I
Funk
mean,
in like a dance, like
I have
in
to
a
be.
dance
I
setting.
have to be at a wedding. I'm not just gonna
Yeah,
like. I'm not gonna search Bruno Mars Uptown Funk and play it on my own. Um. Yeah.
sorry,
I
I
heard
cannot
Kate.
agree.
You don't agree?
You
Oh,
like a
I gotta stick. I gotta stick with my people. You know, he Filipino and from Hawaii. You know,
no super fair. I
I
like
respect
Bruno
it.
Mars. It's just
so
Uptown Funk that like I won't
I
listen
love
to
Uptown
on my
Funk.
own. Let's see. What do other people hate? God, these are okay. Well, some of these. Someone said Sweet Caroline.
Okay, well they're wrong.
Oh, I will say I actually really don't like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
It's too
hate it
over
when they play it at karaoke's.
it's too overplayed. And it's very
Too
Really?
long.
overplayed.
It's a
Because my friends want to play it 4 times when we're there.
Well, that's your friend's fault. They need
no,
to know
no,
better.
it's one of those like the song that you play when you go out with people. But I got to be honest, I'm okay. It's not
No, I
it's
don't
a
like it.
it's a good song to sing when you're drunk, but I'm not going to search it up, you know? There's also another one that I can't stand that I banned from my wedding playlist. I can't think of it now, but it's one of those like uh um oh, Happy by Pharrell Williams. I
Oh,
hate Pharrell
hate
Williams.
that
Mm.
song.
I hate Pharrell Williams as a person. Not because he did anything wrong, it's just because he had music in the Minions movie and I on principle can't stand the Minions. Um I hate them. I don't know Kay
Honestly.
if you know honestly. I hate the Minions. I have such a deep-seated anger towards those little yellow fuckers. I don't know why, and that sounds someone's gonna take that out of context. My kids are gonna find that and be like, I have
Honestly, banana.
honestly no, fuck
Also,
you.
I am yellow.
No,
Who?
right, but you're not a minion, and you're not wearing blue
Yeah.
overalls, and you're not going blah, 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 blah. So
Please, one day wear blue overalls and speak like that. I just want to see your
I hate the
reaction.
minions. I watched Despicable Me, and I was like, this is okay, and then the minions came out, and I was like, oh, Facebook moms are
Ew.
here, and I do feel the same way about Tweety Bird. I just want you to be aware. Do you know what's crazy? Favorite color is yellow. I want that to be very well on record. It's
Oh man.
there's a lot we're learning about me in this last 15 seconds. Justin, where can they find you?
Actually, we'll go Kay first. Kay, where can they find you if you want them to be if you want them to find you?
You can't find me because I am the wind.
I am the wind, yes.
Wind beneath the wings, you know.
Yep,
They can
yep.
find Me at TSK1239 or the Soccer King 1239.
Did you just try to fluff your hair back when you said wind beneath their wings?
Me?
Yes, you.
What hair? What?
Well, that's why I was asking. It looked like you went wind beneath their wings and then went like this, like very dramatically.
Wind beneath their wings.
I was like, what's happening?
You can find the show at No Impulse Control on TikTok and Instagram, and you can find merch at thesoccerking139.com. Go over to the merch tab, pull down fourth wall, boom, click it, find it, go get your own merch. And then find Jasmine
Over at
at
Esminsta.
Asminsta.
No, that's fine. You can do mine.
Sure, Asminsta1721
Mhm.
on socials and TikTok, and yeah, good
Socials
luck,
is
happy
fine.
hunting.
All right. And with that, we will see you in the next one. I'm taking over a lot of this. I'm so sorry.
You threw me for a loop having me go first. So peace
We'll see you in
out.
the next one. Bye.